Good day, everyone. Welcome to today's lesson. We're bonded learning and we're here to guide you through something essential. Have you ever thought if fat is often seen as unhealthy? Why do nutritionists say some fats are essential for your body? Great thoughts. That's because some fats, called essential fatty acids, cannot be made by our body. We need to get them from food. And they're essential for our brain, heart, and to control inflammation. Let's dive deeper. Today we'll break down what essential fatty acids are, where they come from, what they do in your body, and why they matter. First, let's talk about the two major types of essential fatty acids that we need to know. These are omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Now, these names sound like chemistry jargon, right? But they simply describe where the first double bond in their carbon chain is located. In omega-3, it's on the third carbon. In omega-6, it's on the sixth carbon. Here's a simple visual of what that looks like. See the difference? It's small, but this change affects their behavior in the body. Now let's look at some examples of each. In omega-3 fatty acids, it includes ALA, or alpha-linolenic acid, mostly from plants. EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, from fish. DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, also from fish, and essential for brain development. For omega-6 fatty acid, it includes LA, or linoleic acid, from oils like sunflower or corn. AA, or arachidonic acid, important in immune function. Now, both are essential, meaning our bodies can make them. But here's the catch. Omega-3s are often anti-inflammatory, while omega-6 are pre-inflammatory. That means that they both play important role, but they must be balanced. Now let's move on to the food sources of essential fatty acids. This part is really important because our intake depends entirely on what we eat. Omega-3 sources. So omega-3s are found mostly in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and tuna. These give us EPA and DHA directly. But if you're plant-based, you can also get omega-3 from flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts, which provide ALA, although our bodies convert ALA to EPA and DHA in small amounts. For omega-6 sources, on the other hand, omega-6 are much more common in the modern diet. You'll find them in vegetable oils like corn oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil, and in nuts and seeds. But here's the thing. Processed food like chips, fast food, and baked goods often contain these oils, meaning most people get too much omega-6 without even realizing it. So, what's the takeaway? It's not that omega-6 is bad, it's just that we often get too much of it and not enough omega-3. That imbalance can lead to problems, which I'll explain later. Now let's talk about the health benefits of getting enough essential fatty acids. What do you think are the benefits of essential fatty acids? Yes, let's break it down into three major areas: cardiovascular protection, brain and mental health, and anti-inflammatory effects. Now, cardiovascular protection. Omega-3s protect your heart. They help lower triglycerides, prevent blood clot formation, and reduce the risk of sudden cardiac death. They even improve blood flow by relaxing your arteries. For brain and mental health, your brain is almost 60% made up of fat. DHA is crucial for brain development in babies and for memory and cognition in adults. Low DHA is linked to depression, ADHD, and even Alzheimer's. For anti-inflammatory effects, people with arthritis, IBD, or asthma benefit from omega-3s because they help reduce chronic inflammation. For example, patients with rheumatoid arthritis who take omega-3 supplements report less joint pain and stiffness. So if you had to tell a friend one reason to eat more omega-3s, what would it be? Let's talk about what happens if we don't get enough essential fatty acids or if we get too much of one type. Now, symptoms of essential fatty acids deficiency are dry, scaly skin, brittle hair and nails, fatigue, poor wound healing, memory problems, and in children, delayed growth or learning difficulties. But here's the bigger issue. Not just lack of essential fatty acids, but the imbalance between omega-6 and omega-3. Most modern diets have a ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 of around 15:1 or even 20:1, when the ideal is closer to 4:1. Now, when this balance tips too far, your body stays in a chronic pro-inflammatory state, increasing the risk for heart disease, obesity, diabetes, and autoimmune disorders. Who here thinks they probably get too much omega-6 from fast food and snacks? It's okay. The good news is you can fix this by eating more omega-3 rich foods like fish, flaxseed, and walnuts, and cutting down on processed oils. So, to wrap everything up, essential fatty acids are fats our body cannot produce, so we need to get them from our diet. The key points to remember are there are two major types, omega-3 and omega-6. They're mostly found in fish, seeds, nuts, and oils. They help your cells, brain, heart, and immune system. But too much omega-6 and too little omega-3 causes inflammation and disease risk. So always remember, not all fats are bad. Some are absolutely essential. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you learned something new and useful today.